What up, y'all? This is your boy Anton, along with my co-host Taylor Day, aka the 8th day of the week, and we are simply marvelous. Welcome to another live show. We're here to talk about She-Hulk. 6 episodes in. I'm not sure how you guys are feeling. I'm interested to see how Taylor Day is feeling about it, and I'll give my thoughts as well. And yeah, we'll go from there. How are you doing, Taylor?
I'm doing all right, hanging in there. It's the weekend. It was a long week, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy to be chilling here with you,
Mm-hmm.
hashing out some stuff with She-Hulk.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. How is life in show business right now?
Oh, it's busy. It's insane. I'm so tired. I've not been getting any kind of sleep
Mm-hmm.
because, New York, we do a lot of public transportation. At least I do. I don't have my car here.
Right.
So we've been like filming in the Bronx and
Mm-hmm.
Coney Island,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm in Brooklyn. So that's on the other side of New York. So I've been having
Okay.
to wake up early, take a train for an hour to both locations on given days. I'm
Indeed.
just
You're
I'm
tired.
tired.
So it's an
And so
hour. It's an
it's
hour
a
trip, you said?
it's an hour on top of a 12-hour day.
Mm.
Mm,
You be over there damn near about to nod off on the train, huh? Right.
bruh,
And you can't. So you don't know what's going on around
bruh.
there.
Okay,
That's all
it's
good.
rough.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
How about
life in
you?
show
How are you?
business. Hey, I'm okay. I'm just chilling, willing and dealing, working hard, and about to go on vacation next weekend. So I'm excited about that. You
Hey,
know what I mean?
snap,
Yes, sir. Going to the Southwest, Phoenix. Be out there with Jamar, some of my other boys, Nate. So
Jamar.
yeah,
Hey,
it's gonna be fun. So we'll probably shoot a show from out there, from the
that sounds
Southwest.
good.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot. I looked at the temperature. It's gonna be 96 every day. Every day. It's 70 something degrees here in Indiana. I don't know what it looked like in New York, but it feels great.
Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, today it was like in the 60s, high 60s here in New
Uh,
York.
mm-hmm,
Yesterday was like freezing. So for you to
mm-hmm.
leave all this to go to some 96-degree weather, Lord have mercy.
Man, it's gonna be rough. I got a tank top or two that I'm gonna pull out, so we'll
Yeah, make
see.
sure you drink that water.
Facts, facts, facts. Before we move on, are you allowed to say what you are working on in New York? Any
Yeah,
information? Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I'm working on a movie called Imaginary Friends. It's called If. It goes back and forth between the two titles, and it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be released in 2024
Mm-hmm.
through Paramount.
Mm-hmm.
Directed by John Krasinski. It's
Mm-hmm.
starring Kaylee Fleming, who's from The Walking Dead, and um, our very own Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds.
Dope, dope,
Yeah.
dope. So first question. Now we cannot get no spoilers from
No, y'all
Miss
not getting
Taylor Day,
nothing.
y'all.
I
You
signed
get nothing.
NDAs. Any information I just
Absolutely.
gave is
Absolutely.
literally on imdb.com
Absolutely.
right now.
Facts. That's the first thing. You said some hot topic names. You said John
I
Krasinski and
did. I
Ryan
do not
Reynolds.
have access to those people like that. I see them. That's about it.
That's
That's
cool though.
it. They're not coming on the show, y'all. Like,
Facts,
they're
facts,
not coming
facts,
on the
facts.
show.
It would be dope, but they're not. So,
Yeah.
but all right. Well, let's get into this. Talk a little bit of She-Hulk. So you're all caught up on episode 6, right?
Yes. I'm all
I
caught
think
up.
the last time we caught up with each other talking about this, it was episode 3. I think that was the last one we talked about, if I'm
We
not
was
mistaken.
twerking with Meg the Stallion, right?
Yeah, I think that was the end of episode 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was. So since then we've got 4, 5, and 6, obviously.
Hmm.
Just generally, how do you feel about those episodes? We'll get more specific as we move on, but just
I
generally.
generally I still think the show is very cute. And yeah, it's very cute. I am not really buying Titania as the villain.
Mm,
I don't like her. I don't care for her. I don't know if that's my
right.
feelings about the actress or the character itself, but it just seems very unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
But love the vibe of the show. I think it's interesting that like the amount of super people that they're representing, because even though we've seen a lot, it's like really there's just random folks out here like this
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
But I think those are my general thoughts. I
Yeah.
think that's like, without going in too deep, I think, like, I just think it's charming, it's cute. Um and yeah. What
Yeah.
about you? What are you thinking?
I mean, that's basically it right there. It's nothing heavy hitting going on in these episodes.
Yeah.
There's probably some super deep cut things, that they're like the latest episode, we get Mystery Mortal, then we get a magician in episode 4. They all are comic book D characters, but they're nobody we recognize, so we kind of
Yeah.
don't care about as much. But overall, the show is decent. It's clearly not aimed at me, is
Yeah.
more aimed at you. So, I'll be waiting for her to throw them hands. I'm ready for her to throw hands in the episode, because
Yeah.
it seems like she's always getting picked on or picked and prodded on. You know what I mean? The whole time. So I'm like, girl, just throw these hands real quick. But she
Yeah.
can't, obviously, because she's in a place of professional, business a lot of times.
Mhm.
So, but the show is good. The CG is getting better. Like episode 6 CG
It
was very good. I was
it
surprised.
was.
That episode 6, yeah, very, very good. So,
Same.
this show is a palate cleanser. This tells me that Wakanda Forever is going to be a doozy. That's what it really tells me. It really does. It just get your laughs out now, because you're not going to have none in November.
Right.
That's what I feel like. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, I don't know why I didn't put up my thing, but so I guess we'll just talk straight up episode 6, because episode 6 is the most recent thing. And I just want your thoughts on it. First of all, how'd you feel about Mystery Immortal? I thought he was hilarious. That was my
It was
guy.
very, it was like, it was funny, but again, I'm like, so are we not going to talk about this? Like, you just going around killing yourself. And the thing is, I'm
That,
like, how are you getting away with this if you don't even like die for a significant amount of
right.
time? You
Yeah.
literally just jump out a window, get right up, and be like, well, that was the
Right.
end of that person. What?
Right. So I think the thing is, I think he did that, at least in this episode, because he was already caught. So I think he was in those marriages. I think he was actually die. You know what I mean? He
Pretending
was
to
pretending
die.
to die for real, and then he probably wake up in the coffin, dig himself out and move on with his life. I think that's what he was doing.
Also, like, they
It's
said he
funny.
had a kid. Is the kid immortal too? Like,
Right. That's a good question. I don't know if there's any actual ties in the comic books with a Mr. Immortal child. I have no idea, but I thought about that. Like, this immortal man just put a child in the world. There has to be implications with that. It just can't
yeah,
be a
you would
regular
think.
kid. So
Also, Mr. Mans didn't have no type.
he didn't, did he? He had sister girls
No
in there. He
type.
had younger girls. He had older white
He had
ladies.
a
I'm like,
Mr.
man,
Man over there too.
yeah.
I'm like, no
Yeah,
type.
yeah.
Anyone could get this. And I
Right.
was like, okay,
Yeah. I think he was with the sister girl the longest, though. I think they
I
said it was
guess so.
18 years.
There was 3 of them, right?
I think there
18 years.
was,
Must have been a
yeah.
good 18 years for him to keep doing it that long without wanting to kill
I
himself.
don't know. I think that was the one that had a child with him, though. So maybe. I don't know.
I thought it was a white woman, the
It might have
older
been.
white lady who she's
It
like, but
might have
Eric.
been.
And I was like, oh God.
I was cracking up because she said one of them. What did she get? She said you'll get a long apology. You'll get an apology with 15
Yeah,
seconds of eye
of
contact.
sincere eye contact.
He was
I was
trying to
like,
fight that point so bad.
dang.
So can we dial back on the eye contact? I'm like, man, this
So
dude.
you'll get 20 seconds. She's like, I'm not messing with this. Like, him and his BS.
I was dying on that one. I was dying. Titania. So episode 5, we got the Titania copyright episode, the legal courtroom procedure type thing. And obviously She-Hulk eventually wins and claims the legal right to use She-Hulk. And we knew that was going to happen. Titania said this isn't over in her cheap, petty way. Her, I don't even know how to describe Titania. She feels like she's a person of privilege. She feels like she deserves everything, and she's just petty and all that. But episode 6, she shows back up
Of
at
course.
at
For
the
what?
wedding. And she came with somebody that Jen had dated.
Yeah.
Not dated, but went on a date with. I forget what his name is. I feel like he's part of this intelligentsia thing that we might talk about later on, but
Okay.
I think he is. But Titania, I know you said you're just not feeling her, but
I just
in
don't
general,
get her purpose. Like, she seems like such a weak character. Not like weak physically, but it's just like, okay, so what's the point? Like, you're not
yeah,
even like the baddest of bad. We still don't, at least maybe I missed it. Because I think I did like miss like the last like 5 minutes of the episode. But like, I still don't understand why you busted in that courtroom in the first place. Not like you knew Hulk, like She Hulk was going to be there. And
yeah,
how have you still not faced any repercussions for that? What was that about to begin with? And you're just going on like living as an influencer and like supposedly having this like riff with it. None of it makes sense to me.
yeah. Now that you say about the busting through in the courtroom part, that is very weird. It was weird to begin with, but now that you say it,
Yeah.
she's out living her life, but she really did just bust a hole in the whole
And
courtroom
again,
and then
for
get knocked
what
out. Yeah.
purpose? For what purpose did that happen? Other than just to introduce her character.
Right, right. Yeah. That is weird. Weird. They had no previous contact at that time. It was their first time even showing that she was She-Hulk actually went after Titania busted in. So yeah, that is weird. I need some explaining for that because I an explanation because I really don't understand that. But Titania in general, yeah, she's a pretty weak villain. I'm not even gonna classify her as a weak as a villain in general. She's just kind of like a
She's
small
just a general
obstacle.
antagonist.
Yeah, she's just kind of small obstacle that you got to put in the story just so She-Hulk can fight somebody for the most part. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was. Yeah, I hope she doesn't come back. For some reason, I think she is, but I hope she doesn't. I hope she
Yeah.
doesn't. But I do remember. I think I said this in one of our previous lives, maybe that Titania, at least in comic books, I believe was created by Doctor Von Doom.
Hmm.
So maybe there's a tie there. You might see a loose thread left in the end of the show that ties them together somehow because she had to get those powers from something somewhere.
Yeah.
Where, who knows? But Doctor Doom, at least in the comic books, is the reason why she's powered. So
Hmm.
I don't know. No more Titania though, except for something giving more background. Please,
Right.
please, please. What else happened in episode 6? Okay. Oh, this is what I would ask you. So you've been a bridesmaid before, have you?
Several times.
And you just don't look happy about it. Just it's a lot of work and it's expensive. I know. I know. And you
And,
and you
and
obligated after they asked you.
yeah, and it's never like the movies. It's never like the movies, and I think
Mhm.
like maybe me like living in a dissociated life or whatever. I'm always thinking like, oh yeah, like let it be like movies. It's fun. Everyone's happy to be there. Everyone's excited. Everyone's happy to see this love together. And so like I have been in a couple of them, and it has been great. But I think more so just the expense and whatever drama, bridezilla, whatever usually overshadows like the joy of the
Mm,
situation for me. I'm gonna have so much more joy rooting for you from the audience.
facts.
That's just me. So I
Mhm.
totally get how Jen felt. I never had like I haven't been in any weddings where it was that much competition starting out. Like it's my day.
Right,
Like
right.
never had any of that. But
Mhm.
like yes, I understand the drag of oh I have to do this, and then sometimes you're like I don't even know why I was asked. Like we're not even that
Right.
close.
Yeah.
So I totally got that too. So I thought it
Mhm.
was just fun and interesting, and then of course like the dresses and anyway.
Right. Yeah, I'd have probably gave old girl the deuces. She was just on my nerves. She was really on my nerves. Just don't care about her at all. She just wanted to know if she had a man and like, come on, man. I thought we was peoples. I know we went to high school together. They didn't say anything about after
Mhm.
high school or, if they had a relationship after that. It was just an old high school buddy. And it's like, I don't know. It didn't seem all that believable, just to be honest. It
Yeah.
didn't feel that believable.
It's like they're just throwing her in situations just to throw her in situations.
Yeah, pretty much. The guy that she meets at the wedding, I don't
Hmm.
trust him. I don't trust him.
Probably not. Yeah.
I
Like,
just don't
why?
trust him. I don't. He was a
Like,
nice.
let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be real. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. She's gonna end up with old boy from the lawyer office. Why else is he there?
Mm.
You don't like him?
So,
I think she's gonna end up with him. Like, he's charming. I don't know. He kind of speaks in the black accent. I don't know if that's like literally him or what.
are you talking about old boy that went with her secretary to go get the suit?
Yes,
Oh,
him.
okay, my
I
man.
think she's gonna end up with him somehow.
Think so?
I
I
do.
don't know.
Again, I
Maybe.
don't understand the purpose of his character, and he seems just too well intentioned
Mm-hmm.
and good to just be random. But I
Mm,
could be wrong. I could be wrong.
I
But
dig
I
it.
think eventually they're gonna get together. I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know.
I feel like she doesn't. She can't date somebody that's regular. I don't think she
Mm,
can do it. I think she needs a powered individual in her life. I don't know to what extent, where she will find one or what kind of powers or whatever, but I think she
yeah,
needs somebody just for that at least that understanding. Everybody else is kind of seeming to be coming to her because of She-Hulk. Even though I don't know
yeah.
why, she's a cute girl without it. She seems to be funny and she's obviously
Listen,
smart, but just She-Hulk in general, I mean,
I don't
yeah,
understand why they're like doing this whole no one's attracted to her in her
right.
human form. That would not be the case.
Facts. Facts.
Not be the
It
case.
would.
Like Tatiana Maslany is like a very attractive like
Right.
woman. She
Hmm.
would not have problems.
Right.
Let's be real.
Yeah. It's not very believable.
It's
I
not
agree.
believable. It's not believable.
It's not, but I don't know. Yeah. So anyways, so I think moving forward, as far as with this show, I think I don't say most people, I can't speak for the female demographic. I can't. But most of the males, I think they're just here waiting to see when Daredevil's going to pop up, to be honest.
Interesting.
And they are. It's just how it is. I know they teased it in episode 5. Was it episode 5? Yeah, they did. What's my man who builds the suits? Is his name Luke? I think that's what his name was. Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they show the helmet in his little creative space, and everybody thought he was coming this episode.
He's so funny. Number one, like the designer, yeah, he was so funny. And number two, yeah, we're still waiting on Daredevil to pop up.
Yeah,
We'll see what happens, y'all.
right. I won't put myself in that box. I'm not here just to wait for Daredevil. The show promised us more than just
Hmm.
Daredevil, so I'm here for more of the other shenanigans. And I like the cameos that they've done so far. I
Yeah,
don't expect a heavy hitting cameo to pop. No blades, no none of that stuff
yeah,
is not coming. It's not coming. But I do like seeing deep cut characters just to see what this world is what I mean, turned out to be in the new discoveries. We have a fully immortal character that's just been here. just he's
right.
immortal as hell. Like what? Like we have a magician who can do the same thing that Wong and Doctor Strange does.
True.
He you know what I'm saying? Like we have these people in the world. So I'm interested in seeing the different corners of the MCU. And they're in San Francisco. Where are they at? San Francisco?
They are. Yeah, I think
I
they're in
think
L.A.
it's
L.A.
in LA. Okay.
I thought it
But
was L.A.
yeah, so this is a different part of the world. We're usually, straight East Coast or
Right.
overseas. So, things have been brewing across the country and the world, and we're getting little glimpses here and there of what's going on. So,
Right.
I do hope the show turns a little more serious, as they allude to in the end of episode 6, with some ominous needles and
Yeah.
needles and people looking at diagrams trying to sequence DNA structures and things like that. So
Hmm.
I'm hoping we get more of that moving into the closer to the
I do too.
finale. You know what I mean?
I
Uh,
do too. It's like, where are we building towards, guys? This is all fun, but where are we
mhm.
building to? Um, yeah, Bruce is
Yeah,
off world, like he's like, yeah.
right. Yeah, there has to be stuff going on. And we're going to mention a name out here before it, but we're going to watch a video by New Rock Stars. I want to watch it with you. And I think they expound
Okay.
on what happens at the end of episode 6. But we keep getting mentions of the intelligentsia. As of now, it looks like just a website for. Uh, did we just go out?
One
Man, it's weird.
second. Let your
Is
audio.
that you?
Okay, you're back for me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
I'm
You
back.
back? You got a weird robot
Yep.
sound going on. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yours. I hear it from you. I don't know if you hear me. It sounded like a robot. Technical issues
Still?
is okay. It's okay. I hear like a
1 second.
let me do 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 do. Got that. Yeah.
Okay.
My headies is good.
Computer, but
Excuse me. I froze up.
I'm froze up now. Lord, we're having all the problems. This needs to stay. This can go.
It's all good. Oh, that was. That was weird.
Is it still going?
Yeah, it is.
Only thing I know is that is
Can you leave then come back
yeah.
and see if it'll fix itself?
Yeah, let me try.
Meantime, how are you guys feeling about She-Hulk? Because I'm on the fence about it. I enjoy it, but it's really making me hype for Wakanda Forever. It really is. It just, you know, everything Marvel has been doing lately has been comedy-esque. Everything. Miss Marvel, Thor Love and Thunder. Now we got She-Hulk. Things is going to be real in Wakanda Forever. And all these things have been cleansing the palate, if you want to say that, but as we wait for Miss Taylor Day to reemerge from the abyss, yeah, let's see. All right, but we are going to watch some Easter egg videos from New Rockstar just to see if me and her can get on one accord with the possibilities of what's coming next and leading into Wakanda Forever, because New rock stars always have the nerd jewels. You know what I mean? The nerdiest jewels. Let's see if I need to resend her an invite real quick. All through the. Oh yeah.
Better.
Okay, I can hear you.
Better?
Yep.
Do you still hear it?
Nah, it's gone. It's good.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Every now and then we gotta do
Good.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, what was saying? The intelligentsia. Yeah, that seems to be. I don't know. It looks like just a underground website for voicing your thoughts and possible hatred for She-Hulk and maybe other powered characters. I'm not sure if it's completely just She-Hulk, but yeah, it seems like people want her dead and things of that nature. Intelligentsia it's a deeper thing in the comics. It directly alludes to the leader, who has been cast as the villain for Captain America. What is it? New World Order. So
Really?
yeah, I believe I believe that what did they say? Ulysses Claw used to be a part of a part of the intelligentsia. Also, there's a host of others in the comics, but so it seems to be our new Hydra-esque type group or situation that's behind the scenes poking and prodding, trying to figure out, trying to gain power, possibly gain some vibranium and things of that nature. So yeah, let's watch this new Rockstar video and kind of see what they say about the end of episode 6. All right.
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
New rock stars, I'm Eric Voss, and vibranium's deadly value in the MCU is about to get tested in a big way with the latest episode of She-Hulk revealing the Intelligentsia Lab is prepping a Hulk-sized syringe probably made out of vibranium, and Black Panther Wakanda Forever's exclusive footage from the D23 proving new details about vibranium that make it especially worrisome, or especially cool. Marvel Phase 4 is looking like it will end with a vibranium war, fought over a resource with implications ranging as
We
far
give them
as
a
the
little bit
composition
of
of
tuck
anti-Hulk
over.
bullets,
You know that.
Ironheart suits,
You
and
already
laser
know.
I hate it because
Episode
they're
6
all
of
just
She-Hulk
are
ends by
proving
confirming
Killmonger
the
right.
Intelligentsia, which is more than just a troll website.
Bruh.
It's actually a front powered by a well-funded lab with far greater reach, literally spying on
Okay.
Jen Walters when she should have been in private and
I'm
developing
not even
new
proving
algae
Killmonger right,
to
but
pierce
proving
her
like
skin
I
to
guess
steal her blood.
Wakabi,
Now, the MCU
anybody
version of
over
the
there who was like,
Intelligentsia will likely
no,
have some
Yeah,
differences
yeah.
similar
We
to
don't
the
need to
comics,
share
like
what
the
we
leader
got
and
with the
Modoc,
world.
and
Nothing.
like in the comics,
They don't
might
act
have a
right.
Red Hulk
Mhm.
plot in the works. But this is actually not the first time the Intelligentsia has come up in the MCU. Avengers Age of Ultron showed a dossier for Ulysses Claw, listing him as a former member of
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
dealer, I think had a lot to do with what is going on with the Intelligentsia now. Hold that thought. But the sighting of that bent needle in this Intelligentsia lab proves that this organization was behind the wrecking crew who attacked Jen in episode 3.
Ah, there you go.
Ooh.
Once you turned into She-Hulk, I couldn't pierce that nasty green skin.
Damn it. Hulk's gonna be mad.
And there's a very good chance that this site's mod, Hulk King, is actually Todd. Todd the mod. Remember Todd, Jen's date in episode 4 with a weird
Suspicious.
Is it true? Are you indestructible?
Look.
I haven't really tested it out.
Well, what about super speed, night vision, impenetrable skin?
Yeah, my skin is impenetrable, at least with anything on Earth.
Even vibranium? God, you're just so
Oh my god.
What?
He's just creepy, ain't he though?
Surprise for Jen in episode
Yeah.
5 as one of Mallory's clients.
I didn't know you worked here.
Yeah. Are you a client?
I am. I'm one of the biggest. Just
Yeah,
had a
yeah.
meeting with my favorite lady lawyer.
No touching.
Yeah, we should reconnect soon.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So really, it's all lining up. Todd is
He's in
playing
on
the
it.
wormy creator of the Intelligentsia website, the public-facing front of a darker Intelligentsia organization hell-bent on acquiring She-Hulk's blood, probably to launch their own Hulk, Red Hulk or a different one. And I know this has all been covered in like 8 of the break room at this point, but if you really want to get into the conspiracy of it all, the heavy drinking Jen does throughout the series may be part of this plot. I pointed out before how Mr. Holloway in episode 2 buys Jen a glass of not just any bourbon, but Pappy Van Winkle 23-year-old aged bourbon. Only a few thousand of these bottles exist in the world, each of them costing over $5,000 per bottle. And if you think about it, every episode of the series has featured Jen at a bar, drinking to excess. Like, it is wild how many of the scenes of the series have required Tatiana Maslany to play drunk or hungover.
Yep.
And in the latest
That's
wedding
crazy.
episode, she
Yeah.
was drunk again at that wedding cash bar. You know how committed to drinking you gotta be to get drunk at a cash bar? And she cozies up with Josh, which is where an Intelligentsia hidden camera spies on her. So yeah, when Todd says drinks on me and slurps through his straw like he's drinking her milkshake, drinking it up. Does it not feel like all of these drinks being offered to Jen
Not
are
drinking
coming
her
from the same group of guys trying to get her DNA from her
Brought it
closet?
on, brought the
Anyway,
boys to the yard though. You know
What?
what I mean?
he said that he
It
wished he
is.
had some to try, and that seemed pretty genuine. Jen responds that no metal on Earth can pierce her skin, but remember, Earth's supply of vibranium came from a meteorite from outer space that struck Wakanda in ancient times.
Facts.
This is an extraterrestrial metal with unique properties, and I think this big boy syringe in the final shot of episode 6 is made of vibranium, or maybe some kind of vibranium alloy like proto-adamantium, or maybe something else off-world, like for reference, MCU metals like Uru are what Stormbreaker and Thanos' sword are made out of, and those are native Illyrian and might be able to pierce Hulk's skin. Now, if you watch enough fantasy, you start getting real obsessed with bloodlines. Do you want to lay it?
All right, we're not gonna go through your. You guys having a little, yeah. No, put no ads on here.
I am. If you can't wait to start.
Yeah. Bloodline.
D23 unveiled exclusive footage of Black Panther Wakanda Forever that confirmed that vibranium does not set off metal detectors. Queen Ramonda is grilled by delegates at the UN, including Richard Schiff as the American delegate and a French delegate who says that Wakanda could use vibranium to create weapons of mass destruction that do not set off metal detectors. Now, if you remember, in the 2018 Black Panther film, we actually saw this when T'Challa, Nakia, and Okoye enter the Korean club and they pass through metal detectors.
True that.
Despite being covered in vibranium. But hearing it again here is just a reminder that vibranium, as a metal not originally from this planet, has unique properties that really defy the laws of physics, magnetism, everything. As in, there's a kind of magic to them. Magic, or what the Asgardians would call science. So what changed over at the Intelligentsia recently that allows them to now have access to what we assume is a vibranium needle to test out on She-Hulk? Well, it seems like Black Panther Wakanda Forever will be a war fought over vibranium. Wakanda controls the bulk of the world's supply of vibranium, and now Western governments like French commandos are raiding Wakandan outreach centers in Mali to try to steal it.
Hate it.
When that meteorite crashed into Earth, an additional chunk of vibranium broke off and landed somewhere in the ocean, which is what allowed the people living in Tlalocan to adapt at an advanced pace to form this kingdom that now rivals Wakanda. And true footage from Wakanda Forever, a human covert expedition involving deep-sea divers and armed private soldiers. That's never a good sign. I think this is a mission to steal vibranium from the people of Namor. And now I think this expedition is being funded by members of the Intelligentsia. In the past, the MCU Intelligentsia was supplied vibranium by Claw, but ever since Killmonger killed Claw, their supply has been cut off. And now, in this post-blip world, the power structure has changed with power brokers and such to allow them new pathways to find this precious alien metal. And I think that very theft of vibranium will be what forces Namor to Wakanda's front door. Now, we have yet to learn the exact membership of the Intelligentsia or how exactly they're organized in the MCU. Are they a centralized membership consisting of the leader, MODOK, and like Zemo? Or something more decentralized and grassroots, like a newsletter sent out over the dark web written by Ultron's disembodied consciousness? I mean, God, I hope so. That'd be awesome. But truly, the Intelligentsia was the perfect place to introduce Dr. Victor Von Doom, who was involved with the earliest lineup of the Intelligentsia in the comics.
He was involved. He double-crossed them, though.
So think about it. An Intelligentsia in the MCU, led by Dr. Doom, seeking ways to harvest vibranium and weaponize its magical qualities. Think of the applications. Bullets that can actually kill Hulks, metallic weapons that are immune to the electromagnetic frequency that Magneto uses to manipulate metal. I mean, this plot by the Intelligentsia against She-Hulk may be the first steps in an eventual showdown between Dr. Doom and Magneto in Avengers Secret Wars. Let me know your thoughts on this theory and follow me on Instagram.
I thought we were far off from like seeing the X-Men though.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Yeah, we are. We are far off, but you know, I think by Secret Wars we'll have some. I don't know what the roster will look like. They won't be X-Men though. I can tell you that. They'll just be labeled as mutants, I think. I think they're going to be more organic. They won't form a full-fledged team X-Men until maybe after Secret Wars. I might be wrong, but I think they're playing the long game with X-Men.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so you can see how interesting the Intelligentsia can be.
Yeah.
They're a rogue group.
Yeah, it's a great setup for like, you know, these next phases. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, I looked up a video about the Intelligentsia and they were linked to Doom. Doom was how did they describe him? I think he hired them kind of to get vibranium. I feel like it was something else also in the comics, but once they completed that mission, he double-crossed them and he sent them, you know what I mean, trying to got rid of them, but they eventually came back together and formed a new plot and kind of went at Dr. Doom and things of that nature. But they were the creators of the Red Hulk, which was Thunderbolt Ross's Hulk. A couple other things though. So they are actual major players in the comics. Maybe not household names, but if you read comics, you are familiar with some of these characters. Egghead and things like that. There's a lot of big-headed folks.
Right.
MODOK.
Wow.
MODOK is
All
one of
that
them too.
dome and still no good
Right.
sense. So my question is, like, again, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know a lot of the backstory, but
Right.
with them trying to harvest her blood,
Hmm.
in order to make their own Red Hulk, I hope they're not thinking of doing like the same thing of how she got, like, like, oh, we're just gonna drop some, like, we're just gonna inject you with their blood, because again, we saw that with Abomination, right?
Hmm.
And then it's like, y'all, it don't work like that. They just had the gene that it just like it worked.
Yeah.
But
Actually, hold on. The Abomination, it wasn't Hulk's blood, I don't
it
think.
wasn't
I thought it was
okay.
a super soldier serum gone wrong.
Okay, so super soldier serum for Abomination. So
Yeah.
Red Hulk is what, the actual blood? Like
Red
what?
Hulk. Let's see. Yes. No, it's not. Well, I think it's a little deeper than that. I believe they did some sort of what did they do? Man. It involved some sort of satellite, the
Uh-huh.
intelligentsia basically, I think, beamed down on Hulk, sucked his whole thing out and put it into somebody else. So it was a little more elaborate than just blood in the comics.
Okay.
The leader, he's the one that got the blood dropping in his. That's why his head swole up on him. So yeah. So
Don't for
uh,
days.
but yeah, as I keep studying and looking more into stuff, like Hawks have came in so many different forms. There have been
Mhm.
people who's tried to create Hawk armies. Hawk has kids, sons and daughters. It's like so many different versions of Hawk that we are not, just in general, we don't know about. But there's a
Yeah.
lot. So it seems as if they're trying to tap into some of that stuff, maybe building up to a World War Hawk, or maybe even having Hawks, some sort of Hawk forms in the new Captain America movie that comes out in a
Interesting.
couple years. So who knows? But on the
Bruce will
back
be
end,
happy.
in the back end of She-Hulk, there's things going on. It's
Yeah.
not just a lawyer show per
Yeah.
se, even though that's how they dress it up as. And I hope they lean a little more into the mystery of what's going on behind the scenes versus just following Jen. Though I love
Yeah.
Jen, don't get it twisted, don't. But yeah, we need some more serious things going on.
Yeah.
That's all. Or maybe we don't, because maybe, like I said, Wakanda Forever is going to break us down so much. We might, maybe we should just enjoy all the laughter we can while we still can.
Yes.
I don't know. But yeah, man, that's really all I have on She-Hulk. I don't know if you have anything else. Um, yeah, we
I
got
have
three
nothing
more.
I have nothing else from She-Hulk. Like you said, yeah, we have 3 more very interested in what's gonna happen. Now,
Right.
I'm curious, word on the TikTok streets is, and this has more to do with X-Men news, which again, we know we're not getting X-Men anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
But some casting news is that now the people in the street want Kiki Palmer cast as Rogue.
Where did I just hear that? Yeah,
It's
I
running
heard.
around. It's doing its rounds.
I mean,
People are
I'm
very
not mad
excited
at it.
about it.
I love
I'm not
Kiki
mad at it
Palmer.
either.
I like Kiki. I still haven't seen Nope, but I just, her interviews, her daytime talk shows and stuff like that. I just like
Yeah,
her energy. So
she's
um,
fun. She's
I'm
a
not.
fun one.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about Rogue besides from like the X-Men cartoon. That's where I got,
Hmm.
you know, my most exposure from her. But she's a Louisiana girl, I'm pretty sure.
Yes,
So Kiki could probably do a great job doing this.
interesting. She
I'm
could too.
You already know how they did. What's the Little Mermaid? What's the
Yes,
Little Mermaid's name? Is it
Haley,
Ariel?
Hallie Bailey,
Oh no, I'm talking about the actual character.
Ariel. Yeah,
Ariel. Okay. Yeah, they they've been going through it a little bit, but they'll be okay. It's always a small group who has the loudest voice, but yeah.
yeah. I just feel like no one's gonna say anything once that movie actually comes out and people go see it. Like you already saw the clip of her singing. It's like, oh yes, she's
She,
literally the character.
oh,
She's
she's
literally
there.
the character.
Yeah, and when kids see it, they're not going to worry about what she look like. She blowing, she in the water, You know what I mean? She's Little
They're not gonna
Mermaid, so
care.
leave it up to grown folks to
Yeah,
care about little kid stuff. Leave
it's
it
so
up to grown
ridiculous.
folks.
It's like you're uncomfortable, and that just says more about yourself than it does
Yeah,
about the situation. Because again, it's not like they changed the character. The character
no,
is still the same.
right,
She just looks a little different.
right, exactly.
But that's all something else Disney related that has nothing to do with Marvel Studios. Um, so yeah.
I do got one quick question though. I guess this is more Marvel related. Uh, do you think Marvel would benefit more if Disney sold them and let another company buy them?
Whew.
I
I
don't
mean,
know
I'm
who.
I'm
I
not
really don't know if anybody has the power. The reason why I asked because Disney is it's Disney,
yeah.
and the Disney name holds back Marvel as far as
Yes.
storytelling and
Yes.
visually. You know what I mean? Not money wise, of course.
Yeah.
They're dropping bags all over the place for Marvel, but
Yes.
story wise and kind of what the people want, I think Disney holds back Marvel a little bit now.
I hear you, but no other like you just said, no other company has the money that Disney has, and
Right.
that's really what has made Marvel what it is. It's not like the money was the end all be all. Definitely creative, um, the creative minds behind it have made it what it is.
Right,
But
for sure.
like, I mean, if I guess if you really, really wanted a completely different feel for a Marvel movie, then yeah, some other production studio could do it, and it would definitely feel different. Because again, you're not going to have the money that Disney has, and it's not going to probably be the same formula that a lot of Marvel Disney things tend to have and tend to follow. But I just don't see it happening, like because it's like Disney will never give it up, makes them way too much money. And because Disney is like one of the biggest studios now, it's like,
Mhm.
oh, if you want it darker, that's literally what DC is for over at WB Discovery. Like,
Right. True
that's
that.
literally what their purpose was supposed to be. And you see how they're struggling with that. So it's like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm not saying that Disney's perfect with what
No.
they've done with Marvel, but
Mm-mm.
like if it was in anyone else's hands, do you think it would be nearly as successful as it is right now? And I don't think I can say that.
I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. I feel like they should. I don't think they should ever, sell Marvel. I think they should partner with other companies. You know,
Yeah.
obviously
But that's the
Disney is
thing though.
greedy. They're greedy, but
But even if they did partner with others, like think about it. Think about it with Sony. Sony's not a good example because most of their projects suck. But anyway,
yeah.
even if they did partner with someone else, like how they have done with Sony, it's still so aggressively the Disney brand smack dab on the front of that. So even if they did partner with someone else, it's still going to pretty much
Hmm.
follow the same thing that they've done. And you
Yeah.
see Sony Marvel projects like, without Disney, and they're not as successful. Like you saw
Hmm.
the Spider Madam Web got pushed back. I'm not saying that
Did
they're
it?
struggling or having problems, but they got their production got pushed back. I think they're coming out in 2024. Or either
Okay.
way, the original release date, it's gotten pushed now. And so
Okay.
I'm like, what? It doesn't always mean that there's problems on set, but it
Hmm.
makes me wonder. It makes me wonder.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Thank goodness for deep pockets at Disney. That's all we can say.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes I just wonder, you know.
I would love to see like another production company do it. I just don't see it ever happening or how. Like
Right.
from a financial standpoint.
Hmm. Even if it was just the TV division, I would like that.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
They're just, I don't know, they're wearing themselves thin. That's what I feel like. Like their resources, they're overworking visual effects work, all the
Because
stuff in the showing because it's so
yeah,
much coming.
it's becoming like a what is it? Like an assembly line.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
It
they're
really
just
is.
running that conveyor belt,
Mm-hmm.
and things
Yeah.
are just getting churned out. And it's like, okay,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it'll,
It's yeah, it's kind of nerve-wracking. I hope it doesn't affect Wakanda Forever. I like that they did the first movie of Black Panther.
yeah,
I saw somebody talking about it was one of the visual effects artists from the Black Panther. Man, I got one of those itches right here. Man, I want
bruh,
to.
do it. I
Man,
literally dealt with the same thing today. I
man.
had frozen margarita and hit a whole bunch of stairs, was coughing like literally all afternoon long. And it's not COVID related. It was just
No,
like your
it
girl
was
can't breathe.
it was something that
Like
hit me
it's
right
on.
there. But yeah, and they were just talking about time. They don't have Marvel is so adherent to their due dates. I would say
Yeah,
they are not willing to push anything back or anything, and
yeah,
it puts the visual effects under duress, and they're usually not done when they're turned in.
yeah,
So I don't. That's why we loved Marvel so much before this phase 3 when they
yeah. Because
started doing a lot. They just
yeah,
had time. They had time to
because
work
all
on
they
stuff.
were doing was working on that one
Right.
thing. And
Yeah.
once they did it to perfection. I think about
Right.
again, like when we first saw Hulk running
Hmm.
through the that jet underneath with Black Widow in front of
Oh
him.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Remember how? And now you look at it, it's not like it's like, oh, okay, I can see where it's not as good now.
Hmm.
But when that first happened, it was
You
like,
look like, man, it looks so good. What
how
is
did y'all
going
do
on?
that?
Right. Yeah. I don't know, but man, we supporters of Marvel. We're not down talking, but you know, when you watch it so long and you look at it so hard,
Yeah,
you notice the cracks. You notice them.
right.
That's all it
And
is to
it's not
it.
taking your love for it
Mm-mm,
away, like
mm-mm.
taking your love from it. No, that's love for it anyway. But it's not taking anything away from it. It's just like you're just being honest, and especially
Yeah,
when you like really really love something, you can critique it. You can
yeah.
critique it.
It
It's
is.
like it just is what it is.
It is what it is. But there's so much more to come, y'all. There's so much more to
Yeah.
come. But all right, well, I guess that's our talk on She-Hulk for today. Tomorrow, I'm not sure if you're going to be on our show tomorrow, Taylor.
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna
Okay.
try to. I have more work to do, and we're looking at some apartments and stuff tomorrow because our lease is coming to an end, and we're going to move. So I'm running around doing some stuff, and I still have to do laundry and stuff like that. But
Okay.
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try. I'm
All
gonna
right.
try
It's
to make
all
it
good.
happen.
It's all good. If you're not, we will still hold it down for you.
I
Brother
appreciate y'all.
Bruce and Jay Camp, we will be on here tomorrow, probably about this same time. We're going to be talking about characters that have shown up in MCU films but haven't gotten their just due. So we want them to
Mm,
come back either in a cameo or a spinoff. So we're just going to
that's
talk a little
real.
bit like that, little fun stuff. So all right. Well, I guess that's it. If you were watching or am watching, please subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment below. Let us know how you feel about She-Hulk and what you want and hope for going forward. We have 3 more episodes, and then it's Wakanda time. Wakanda. I cannot wait. Lord Jesus, I can't wait. All right. Miss Taylor Day, is always good to have you on the show. The dynamic duo is always a good thing. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Absolutely. Keep doing your thing out in them streets, filming and doing
trying,
Hollywood type things. And we'll see
trying.
you soon. All right.
See y'all soon.
Indeed. Simply marvelous. We are out.